were born before the wind, also younger than the sun. Yeah, the bonnie boat was one as we sail into the mystic.
Welcome to Three, the most innovative metaphysical program ever created. Join Kris, Rainey, and Mona as these amazing intuitives provide you with a three-dimensional divination into your most important questions. Now, from Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world, enjoy Three with our hostess, Mona Van Joseph.
Hello and welcome to this wonderful episode of Three. I'm live here with Kris Gray, our Master Astrologer, Rainy Day, our intuitive medium, and me, I'm your tarot consultant. And we're here to actually offer you a three-dimensional approach to your one specific question. Now, how do you be on Three? You go to www.THREE.Vegas. You go to How to Be on Three page. You click on that, fill out the contact information, and then you're put in the queue to be contacted to actually be on the program with your question, which is very cool. Now, we do have a caller here, and the way it works is that we set up a Zoom video with you, and you're in a quiet place. You're not distracted. It's okay if you have animals in the room with you because they all love you. That's fine. But we don't have you call in anymore. We have you video in. And that works really, really well because not only can we see you when we're answering your question, but you can see us too, which is very cool. So it's like a Zoom meeting, which is very neat. All right, we're going to be back right after this break with the fabulous Sean.
Hi folks, this is Matt Jackson Jr. from Cybersecurity Awareness TV. I want to invite you and your family, your friends, and everyone to join us here on WWDV TV, where we have a plethora of shows and interesting information that you could use today. We'll see you then, folks. Have a good one.
And we're back, and we have the fabulous Sean in our Zoom meeting. Hi, Sean. Welcome to the program.
Hi, ladies. How are you?
Hey, Sean.
Doing good, doing good. So you get to choose which one of us answers your question first. And after you choose who's going to answer your question first, then you're going to actually ask your question. So who would you like to start with today?
I would like to start with you, Mona. Please.
Oh, okay, great. Then, and what is your question?
So my question is, I've been feeling a little stuck in my career field lately. And by lately, I mean the last couple of years. So my question is there something bigger out there for me? Should I change my path, my career path?
All right, let me see. So I'm laying out my whole deck, and I'm drawing these 5 cards to answer your question. And I use my left hand because it's closest to my heart. And whenever I'm in an event, or if you're doing a private reading with me and we're in person, I have you draw these first 5 cards because they act as an overview for the whole reading. So it's, see, it feels like people are very impressed with you when they meet you, but they don't seem to want to advance you. They're impressed by your background and experience and the fact that you show up before you're supposed to start your job. You're on time. You do everything as fastidiously as you possibly can. You're a stickler for detail. You're amazing with customers and clients. But it feels like you keep working under people that are threatened by your skill, or they want to pigeonhole you and keep you in one little position because you're good at it. So it's sort of a double-edged sword. You're amazing at what you do. People don't want to promote you because they don't want to lose you in that position. So what happens is you end up being stuck. So the card smack in the middle of your reading is a card called suppression. It means your light still shines, but you don't actually get recognized for it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the interesting thing. It says that whoever you're working with right now is not going to promote you. I'm just saying. So the way for you to have the next level is that you open the door for what you want on your own. Now, there's a card here called the Outsider, which is the first card in your first 5 cards, and it shows a little boy at a gate. It's really a lovely card, especially in this position. It's the best way to get this card. When the card is upright, it feels like you're being held back. But when the card is reversed, it means that there's a door about to fly open for you, and it's connected with the number 5. So that could be the next 5 weeks. That could be the 5th of the month. I don't know when August 5th falls, but there's something about the number 5 where it feels like maybe August 5th, September 5th, the next 5 weeks. There's something. Now, in numerology, the number 14 equals 5. 1 and 4 is 5. A number 23, 2 and 3 together equals 5. So when you look at the number 5 in that way, it might be you start seeing 5:55 on the clock. But the number 5 is also the card of communication. So what I'd like you to do is sit down, take an index card, and write down the 5 things that would make you excited about the next job. Whatever those 5 things are, I don't care how outrageous they are. The next 5 things that would make you excited about the next job. Because what it's saying is that there is a door opening for you. Whoever you're reporting to right now is not going to advance you where you are. But there is somebody else that's about to be presented to you, which is this aloneness card reversed. That means that there's someone in a powerful, that you go into a powerful partnership based on your experience. So what I would love to see you do is business development connected with your industry. So let's say you are very familiar with high-end things like cars, jewelry, handbags, accessories. Let's say you're very familiar with that. So what you do, instead of being the person that works for one organization, you end up being the person that represents all of the organizations, and you call on the casino executives that are looking to have large gifts for their players, let's say in Vegas or any of the other casinos. But you end up being the person that for very high-end companies or companies that are going to reward their executive team with something special, you end up being the business development person for that, and you get your straight commission based on that. What makes that so beautiful for you is all the freedom you get without being anchored to a building to do it. Because the last card in your reading literally means you're stepping into your spotlight and that you're showing off what you know in a very easy, connect with clients kind of way. But I keep getting that you're going to step it up to a much higher level. Like in Las Vegas, there are independent casino hosts. And I'm just going to use this as an example. And they have a gaming license. What they do is they reach out to high rollers and they set up all their travel arrangements, because these are people that gamble over $100,000 in a weekend. So they set up everything for the casino and they work with the casino host, but they are themselves an independent casino host consultant that basically arranges travel around the world for these high rollers. And I almost wonder if you do that for the industry you're in right now. Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, cool. Anything else you want to ask before I turn you over to one of our other fabulous people here?
No, you answered my questions. Thank you so much.
All right, cool. All right. So would you like Rainey or Kris to address your question next?
Let's do Kris, please.
Okay, great. Hi, Sean.
Hi.
Have you ever had your chart read before?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Actually, no, the chart I have not. No, sorry.
Okay. So you're a Sun Gemini and a Cancer rising. So your rising sign is based upon your birthday, your location, and the exact time you were born. And it directs your entire horoscope. So your entire chart. So what it says is that who you are at your core, how people see you, but it also dictates certain events, what makes you you. And that's also where I can predict your horoscope, like basically any kind of transits or events that are coming to you. So the significance of the rising sign in Cancer is very, very important, and it's very specific to you. And so being in Cancer, this tells me that you're a very humble person and you're a homebody. And so you connect with people. Also, there's this empathic kind of feeling with you that You're able to pick up on energies and feelings of others. So it's really important because it's really more like instinctual for you, kind of how you go about your day. So as it relates to a couple things in your chart, as it relates to your question, I want to touch on a couple things. So you have a couple stelliums in your chart. Stelliums are 3 or more placements, and what they are, they're 3 or more placements in a specific area of your chart, and it amplifies that energy. So for you, you have a stellium in your 5th house. 5th house for you represents your self-expression, creativity, originality, your passion. And so you have a lot of energy in that area, which tells me that you're really, really good about following your passion. And you have this ability to pick up a subject and really learn a lot about it. And maybe you don't necessarily finish it, but you have this ability to learn lots of different things. And if you put your focus on it, then you can be really, really good at that particular topic. It also talks about you being able to start any kind of passion project. So if there's anything that you're passionate about, you have this ability to laser in on it and really become very disciplined and very be an expert in whatever topic that is. So the other stellium that you have is in your 11th house. And so for you, your 11th house, it rules networking, connections, friendships, but it also rules your goals. And so you have a lot of energy there. You are great at networking and meeting people and making important connections. Where I see how it relates to your question is that you have this placement that talks about you don't really like the spotlight. And so you feel kind of more comfortable, like you're very humble. So you feel more comfortable kind of being behind the scenes. But once you step into the spotlight, all these doors open for you. Specifically, Mona touched on managing for global clients. Okay, you have the most luckiest aspect in your chart, and it talks about being very, very lucky in different cultures globally. So any type of foreign travel, foreign countries, cultures, you're really, really well connected, and you can make these global connections with people. And so if you were to do some type of work that was connecting people globally, you would be just inevitably successful at it. It's just very, very prominent in your chart. Does that help? Does that answer your question?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And you saved the best for last.
Yes, you did.
I'm just
Hi.
Hi, love. How are you doing today?
Hi, good.
So I'm totally opposite of what these beautiful ladies are saying. I do agree that you are not in your greatest place, especially when it comes to business. They don't value you. I also see what Kris is saying about once you step into the spotlight, you sparkle and shine. So immediately, so I'm going to talk about this in a minute. I hear the song Betty Davis Eyes, and I also hear Paul Simon singing You Can Call Me Al. So there, kind of think of those names and we'll get back to that. But baby, I see you working for a cruise line. I know it's scary. I want you to step aside out of your fear because major change is difficult for you. Is that a fair statement?
Yes. Yeah, it is for sure.
Oh, but you should embrace this because this is the beginning of the rest of your life, and you are going to find the love of your life. And I do see virgin. Not you, virgin. No, that's been a long time down the road, maybe, but that's okay. Go. But like the cruise line that Virgin owns, I'm drawing a blank, but I don't want to see you like on it. Yeah, I don't want you to see you on like a lower level. Disney would be a great cruise line for you, but I want you to just start tipping your toes out there. Go and look and search on these different cruise. I'm sorry, but I keep getting Al or Albert. Do you recognize that name?
I don't know.
Maybe this is that future love that they're sending. I know that's not your favorite name because you're more exotic than that, but that's what I'm hearing. But you can call that sweet soul anything you want. But I really want you to go out there. I see you selling your car. I see you selling almost everything that you own except a little teeny tiny one of those. It looks like a closet where you just put some of your stuff and it's storage and you come back every once in a while. But I want you to just get rid of all this burden. Throw all of this clutter and this heaviness away. And I want you to set sail. And I want you, that one card that Mona had, all the silence card, all I see is the setting sun. And you just like having that Titanic moment where you're at the end of the boat just going, oh, thank you, universe, this is where I belong, feeling the ocean breeze on your face because it's good for your skin, love. Because you're very good about making sure your skin looks great. You just keep that self-care up, but know that there is nothing holding you back but you. And I'm going to leave you with that. And the Betty Davis eyes, do you know a Betty or a Betty Davis or?
No, I know Betty Davis.
Well, that Betty
So Betty
Davis.
Davis.
Do you have some of her traits? Like, because she was that bitch.
I'm
And I
definitely
love
not that bitch, no, but
she
I
stood
love
in her
her.
power. Well, maybe that's the energy, my darling, that you need to start surrounding yourself with. Play that song when you get out of bed and just in your underwear and your socks. I want you to do the risky business, kind of sliding down the hallway and just start dancing. And I want you to find more joy because where you're at is sucking the life out of you. Do you feel that?
Yeah, I get
Yes,
that.
I do
Why
feel that.
stay
Yes.
in something that doesn't value you as this beautiful, wonderful, incredible soul that you are? And that's the international aspect that Kris was talking about.
Yeah.
Because Virgin Atlantic, I guess, I don't see you flying. I see you on a cruise. International, my darling. So I am going to leave you with that. Many blessings.
So it's interesting that you said that because I flashed on, and I know Kris can't wait to jump in too because she's seeing things in your chart as we're all talking. But one of the things I love about you, Sean, is your ability to connect with people very, very quickly. When people meet you, they like you right away because you go in with this very casual, hey, I'm here to inform you and show you what is here, but you don't have to buy from me. I just want to I want to educate you on that, which means and I keep getting any high-end product. So if you got hired to sell Rolexes on a cruise ship, you would probably make a shit ton of money. Excuse my French, but you would. But this could also be the that you get trained to sell Rolls Royces. I mean, there's something so casual and so easy about you talking about things of quality, and that you make it very matter of fact that well sure that the low end on this would be 250,000, and it's just super like. Yeah, I have to tell you, I was with a client once, and he and his girlfriend had walked into a jewelry store, and the client said to the girlfriend, just pick out anything you'd like, right? So she ended up choosing a pair of $287,000 diamond earrings. He whipped out his super secret American Express card and bought them for her. And I wasn't concentrating on her or even my client at the time. I was concentrating on the sales rep, knowing that sales rep was probably going to get between 5 and 10% commission off that sale. And even if you stayed just in that area, it doesn't matter where you do it. It all boils down to when people meet you, they love you.
Or a personal assistant for high-end travelers, booking their flight. You're very good at that kind of stuff.
Right.
Do you agree? You saw that.
I was actually, that was one of the things I was in touch on, is travel agent or something with travel, like travel agent. Yes, absolutely.
Super high end,
Awesome.
which is why I got the whole, custom casino host vibration with him. Yeah.
But imagine that on a cruise ship and
Right.
some of the suites and some of the people that's all they do is travel. And you never know where that could lead you. And I do see you finding your
Love.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's one aspect that's really missing in your life. Is that fair, my darling?
That is fair,
You
yes.
deserve to be loved because you are so lovable.
Okay. So that's another thing I wanted to touch
Yeah,
on too.
Go girls.
We're all going to adopt you. then.
Yes, I love you.
So it's Aunt Kris and Aunt Rainey and Aunt Mona. Okay, go ahead.
I'm more like great aunt today.
Okay, so I wanted to touch on a couple things. The love one, I'll start with that. So you have this transit coming up for you that talks about you finding very soon, I'm going to say within the next few months, anywhere between the next 2 to 5 months. And actually, I feel November is going to be really important. It's November, December. So we're looking at about 5 months from now. I think it's going to be really, really important for you, like a really big time. But anyways, I see you meeting someone probably within the next few months. I'm thinking November-ish is what it looks like. And it looks like maybe you've had kind of trouble with you have this placement in your chart, and has so many positives, but one of the more challenging aspects to it is that it can make finding love really hard. And it's almost like you find someone, you really like them, and then for whatever reason, the relationship seems hidden, or you're not able to come and be public with it for whatever reason. It's almost like it ends up being a very private relationship. And so this in the next few months, I see you finding someone, having a relationship that is actually going to be public and more I don't know if maybe there's this feeling of not being accepted or something, but there's something where it just, in the past, one of the challenges where the relationships were more hidden. But anyways, in the next 5 months or so, I see you meeting someone and it becoming a very long-term relationship where it's going to be out in the open. The other thing too, touching back on, I'm going to say probably around mid-November-ish, maybe late November, you have the opportunity to switch jobs if you wanted to. That's going to be a really, really great time for you. And you are ruled by water, so anything connected to water would be very lucky for you. So going back to the cruise, that would be very lucky for you. And there was something else that I wanted to touch on too. Anything that involves you, anything artistic, you're really, really artistic. So you would be really good at that.
It's awesome that you said November, because as you're talking, I'm seeing like Thanksgiving with family and friends is like the Last Supper.
Oh,
Because honey, you are leaving in mid-December, and it's kind of like this melancholy, well, I'm going to miss Christmas and that. But when you step into this new life, you love sparkle. You love decorations. Can you imagine those cruise ships at Christmas and the holidays? How gorge it's going to be. And I think it's just going to make you sparkle and shine. And you're going to kind of step out of being an introvert and being very calculating with your words. You're going to find more freedom and your voice, finally, your voice. And I want to touch on what Kris said. It's all going to be out in the open, and it's all good, baby.
and I get a real strong sense of spontaneity with him.
Finally.
Yeah, that you're finally giving yourself permission to try a bunch of stuff, even if it doesn't work out. You're like ready to try a bunch of stuff, and I'm telling you, the world is opening for you when you decide to do that. But there is some sort of brand new adventure that feels like a whole nother level for you. And what's really nice about it is that you can leave where you are right now gracefully, but they're going to miss you because of how strong your work ethic is.
So Aunt Mona,
Yes.
Aunt Kris, and Aunt Rainey would like some buddy passes because we want to join you on that cruise.
Yeah, right.
I got you. Can I just say,
when you're suggesting
Oh, and John
entertainment,
too. Sorry.
oh, and when you're suggesting entertainment, imagine that this could be on a cruise ship where people are sitting in the audience and they step up and they get their question answered in the audience for one of the shows.
One
Just
question, 3 perspectives, 3 answers.
3-dimensional, baby. Thank you,
Awesome.
Sean.
Oh,
Do you have
something?
some feedback for us?
Yeah, I just was gonna say that the thing the you mentioned cruises, and it's so weird because I've been thinking a lot about going on a cruise the
Well,
last three
honey,
months.
we're psychic. We're astrologers.
Yeah,
We're tarot readers. It's so cute when people say it's
it's
funny that you are. I'm
amazing,
like,
amazing. Because I have so many opportunities. I
yes,
so many opportunities presented themselves right now in the last few months to go on a cruise, and I've never been on a cruise. So I've been thinking a lot. Should I go? Should I take some time off work and try it and see?
Well,
So
yeah,
this is
I think you should experience it as a guest first,
yeah,
obviously, and then study the really really high end cruise ships.
Yeah.
Because there's some beautiful cruise ships out there that are not, the more low end, party animal cruises. These are the more. I mean, there are fabulous people out there that they take a cruise for a month because it's actually less expensive to travel someplace for a month than go into like a senior housing apartment complex. It's just so they could get a cruise for 10,000 a month and meet new people and be entertained
because
um,
they can.
because they can.
That's the people that
Well,
you need to be
so
around.
so one of my clients, this is a really amazing story. One of my clients worked for a company that when the company closed, gave each of the employees, are you ready for this? $1 million a year for every year they worked with him. So, so this, my client ended up with a whole bunch of money. And so one of the things that this client likes to do is take cruises. And some of these cruises cost 150 or 200,000 for a cruise that lasts 3 months. And they travel the world. And this client loves this. But I'm just telling you that there are people out there that they're looking for adventure, they're looking for experiences, and you're the person that can totally accommodate that for them. Because when people meet you, they like you. There's a almost immediate trust that you develop with people, and I think that that's your superpower.
I have to agree. And then also his the part of his chart that rules his day-to-day work environment, it's ruled by, it would be like something luxurious. So high end, high net worth individuals,
Right.
like
Absolutely.
luxuries.
Yeah, that it's like matter of fact.
How much more confirmation, darling, do you need? So I expect you to say, guess what? I want you to email Mona and let her know how that cruise went. And because that door is opening for you. Everybody saw it.
Anything else you'd like to add to your experience with us today?
that's all. I just wanted to thank you for your time and for doing this. This is an amazing show. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're so sweet. All
Oh,
right. Well,
Sean.
we look forward to hearing what happens for you in the next few months.
For sure. I'll keep you
Yes,
posted.
your aunts.
Great.
All right. Thank
God
you so
bless.
much.
Bye,
See you
Sean.
later.
Bye.
Wow. He is got such great energy.
Yeah, he does.
Oh my, I mean, there's like,
Trustworthy.
but you just want to adopt him. It's like, I want to know you. That's the feeling. It's like somebody that you would now, this is how old fashioned, somebody you would put in your Rolodex and put a gold star next to their name. It's like,
For me, my contacts would be my little heart.
there you go. There you
Bless
go.
your heart.
So, all right, you guys, another wonderful episode here of Three. How would you like to be on the program? Go to www.3.Vegas. I want to thank Rainey and Kris for joining us today on an amazing program. We've had now thousands of people view these broadcasts, and I got to thank WWDB TV and John Stiles for making it happen for you. So until we meet again, blessings to you all, and we'll see you next time.
God.